Allow me to worship Chukwukika Biama on behalf of the entire family listening right across the length and breadth of this very planet. All of you who are ordained, all of you who are destined to perform wonders, I welcome all of you. Now, I will present you to Chukwukika Biama in heaven. Therefore, our Father who resideth in heavens above, looking down upon the pain and the suffering of your children, as was foretold by those who has gone before us, that a day will come when the world will gang up, when all the children of darkness will congregate to prevail against your children. That time is now. We are in pain. We are in so much suffering that man cannot begin to comprehend it. We ask for your mercy. We ask for you to come and present and provide a way where there is none. We ask you, Chukwukika Biama, we keme amarani mendo muginine the IPOB. Ne beni ne di chiche, we beni ne owasotur. Kiite magi ne belegi bi kobaso ha, upesi ne kendo ha. Okwaso sweli igwe. We call upon you this evening. The vultures are congregating, the saboteurs are rising up. We are beginning to identify them, and we are dealing with them. We ask you to give us the strength. We ask you for courage. We ask you for every ounce of determination and resoluteness. Make us as hard as steel, as only you can do. Baptize us in your word, in your knowledge, in your truthfulness, and in your strength. Make it impossible for our enemies to come close to us. Destroy them before they come very close. We will be tempted, of course. Our defenses will be tried without a shadow of a doubt. Sometimes there may be breaches, but in the end we prevail, because that is your word and that is your promise. This evening we hold on resolutely to that very command of yours. Your own spoken word. The word that you gave to your children when you said to them that they should not worship any idol, they should not bow before any graven image. We have made mistakes in our lives. We have bowed before European idols. We have done everything but worship you in truth and honesty. But now, having realized the errors of our ways, we present ourselves before you, that you may do with us as you please. So it was prayed thousands of years ago. That same prayer will re-echo, because we are nothing without you. We are nothing without you. We can have the best defenses in the whole world. We can procure the finest anti-jamming equipment available. But it is you that will defend your inheritance. You will defend Biafra. You know that we are honest and truthful people. You know that we preach this gospel in the knowledge that your children must be free in the land of the living, that they may go back and worship you in Zion as they have done thousands of years ago. This is our prayer now and always, because we are your children. You can't abandon us to the forces of evil and darkness. That is not your will, and it can never be. That is why today, tomorrow, and always, as you have called us to undertake this very monumental and epic task, as you have determined that your word must be preached in the land, that very land you gave to our ancestors thousands of years ago, so shall it be done in our lifetime. Allow us to be worthy to serve thee. Chukwu Biama, allow us to be considered worthy to serve you. You know we speak the truth. Our enemies are liars. They are cheats and they are killers. They are bloodthirsty bastards, all of them. All of them bar none. They have brought their lies to bear upon all their dealings. Their tongue is very spiteful. against those of them who are righteous before your sight. Please don't allow shame to befall your children. Don't allow shame to befall your name, because we answer your name, we bear your name. That is why today we make this very prayer in the sure knowledge that Biafra will be restored as your own kingdom upon the face of the earth. That you will be worshipped every blessed day of our lives, as our children will do, and so will their children. Until time everlasting we have prayed in your name. Ise, Ise, Ise.
We are here to ensure that the death of 3.5 million people is not forgotten. The reason why we exist is to ensure that their memory, that they can never ever be forgotten, that their memory will linger on forever, that as long as man walks this earth, this world will remember the 3.5 million people that they killed, men and women that did nothing, children that were innocent. Their only crime is to be blessed by God. That is the only crime they have committed. As those children were being slaughtered, as they were being stabbed to death by a very wicked and cruel world, spearheaded by Awolowo, everybody looked on and did nothing. Instead of them to help us, they ensured that our absolute blockade from land, air, and sea was absolute, that we may die, that the children of God may die. But lo and behold, Chukwuabiama determined that we cannot die, that we cannot perish.
This is my message to the world from my broken soul. We keep walking down the road. They killed our mothers, fathers, and our sons. We are light, we are the lights of the world. We come from the land of the rising sun. Every single day we keep rising up. No matter what they do, we are never giving up. This is my message to the world. Embrace Biafra, embrace redemption. We shall win in the end. This is my message to the world. Embrace our freedom, embrace our
great, defending thee shall be branded in the sun. Singing on God will come from privilege. The waving storm of memories of peace shall not rest of sun of liberty.
We have crossed our sea. We've gone far in this wilderness. Because few steps ahead. We are no longer in Egypt. We have crossed our seas. We've gone far in this wilderness. Because few steps ahead. When it gets tough to end this, the death of our heroes will not defend. No retreat, no surrender. Yahweh's already here. Remember the price of our great heroes. No retreat, no surrender. Yahweh's already here. Inside the wilderness, never open your soul to the wicked one. Penetrate and kill your people. Look what they charge you to say. Inside the wilderness, never sell your soul to the wicked ones. Penetrate and kill your people. God have charged you to say. When it gets tough to end this, the death of our heroes will not defend. No retreat, no surrender. Yahweh's already here. Not yet may we remember the price of our great heroes. No retreat, no surrender. Yahweh's already here. Inside the wilderness, never allow yourself to be used to destroy the innocent souls. God have put in your hands to save. Inside the wilderness, never allow yourself to be used to destroy the innocent souls. God have charged you to save. When it gets tough to end this, neither of our heroes will not defend. No retreat, no surrender. Yahweh's already here. Not yet may we remember the price of our great heroes. No retreat, no surrender. Yahweh's already here. Be courageous. Remain resolute. Be your brother's keeper. Darkest hour of the night. Bring forth new day. New grace and favor. New peace. Especially hope. More closer to our land of freedom. When it gets tough to end this, neither of our heroes will not defend. No retreat, no surrender. Yahweh's already here. Not yet may we remember the price of our great heroes. Jordan commercial activities. In period of recession. When it gets tough to end this, neither of our heroes will not defend. No retreat, no surrender. Yahweh's already here. When it gets tough to end this, neither of our heroes will not defend. No retreat, no surrender. Yahweh's already here. Not yet may we remember the price of our great heroes. No retreat, no surrender. Yahweh's already here. This is Only Property. One love. All help Biafra.
Yes, good morning, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, conscientious people wherever you are all over the world. I will say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. This is Radio Biafra Extra, and we are streaming live through Radio Biafra London, being anchored by the Deputy Leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra, Mazi Uchi Ukafomefo. He is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State, and Anambra State is Biafra land. is the man who have assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. And of course, he's standing in a deputizing capacity on behalf of our supreme leader, Mazena and Yoku Kanu, the prince of Afari Beku, heir to the throne of Ibeku Kingdom. Ibeku is in Umuahia. Umuahia is in Abia State, and Abia State is Biafra land. And of course, by the special grace of Chukwu Okike Abiama, I remain George Onibi. I am from Abo. Abo is in Delta State, and Delta State is Biafra land. And of course, as always, we must acknowledge the Creator, Chukwu Okike Abiama, the one who sits in heaven and preside over the affair of man. And in the end, he remained the hope of the hopeless, the one and only true God, the eternal, the steadfast. And we give him praise. El Shaddai, El Shaddai, Elohim and Adonai, age to age you're still the same, by the power of your name. El Shaddai, El Shaddai, Elohim and Adonai, Lord, I lift and praise your name. El Shaddai, El Shaddai, El Shaddai, Elohim and Adonai, age to age you're still the same, by the power of your word. El Shaddai, El Shaddai, Elohim and Adonai, Lord, I praise and lift you high. El Shaddai, all glory must be to our God, for he is worthy of our praise. No man on earth should give glory to himself. All the glory must be to our God. Anyị na-aja mao maka n'eziokwu n'ịmara mma ya, ịhụnanya na gị, obiọma gị o juru anya anya dajụ, inwe gị mgbanwe ọ dịghị onye dịka gị, ịbụ Alpha na Omega, anyị niile na-asị na n'ịdị mma. And of course, we must proceed this morning to remind ourselves about the situation where we have found ourselves. And as always, our topic this morning is simply, we must mummify our encounter with the Nigeria, as our demise is their only end goal. When I say we must mummify, I mean we must preserve our encounter, our experience. We must preserve it. Because the only plan for Nigeria is to kill us. The only target they have, the greatest achievement of Nigeria, yesterday, today, tomorrow, forever, is to stop Biafrans. But the question should be why? There is an article posted on Radio Biafra War. He said, if you want to know what will happen tomorrow, go and search yesterday. And it is the same way. If people who do not know where they are coming from, they will not know where they are going to. When they say the end justify the means, it has to mean that for you to have a desirable end, you must consider what has happened in the past, what is happening presently. That is the time you can have the confidence assurance to either move ahead or stop. Believe me, if here in this struggle we were enjoying, I would not be here. If here in this struggle we are romancing with Nigeria, I would not be here. And certainly, I do not think our leader will exist in the first place, because he understands the truth and how Nigerians function. And as a result, they are no friend to any bagger. They could give you audience to see if you are reasonable, but the moment you are not reasonable, of course, they send you where you belong. And we understand that with the relationship we have with the Nigeria and the British government and the oil thefts across the globe, it is impossible for us to romance with any of them, because they will poison us. And it is certainly expected that they will do everything within their power to stop us. But must we sleep over it and then we get used to it? You know, they kill us, then we get used to it. They incarcerate us, then we get used to it. They deny us justice system, then we get used to it. They make sure our land is not developed, then we get used to it. And then maybe we should get used to doing the right thing, which is exactly what we are doing here. Never you forget that it is our right to self-determination. Everything we are doing here, we have the legal backup. We have the legal backup. It is our right to agitate. It is our right to tell you that you are a thief when you are a thief, to tell you you are a criminal when you are a criminal, and to tell you you are an imposter and you are a bastard when you are one. It is our right to soar on the wings of civil disobedience, and we shall. It is our right. Don't let them deceive you. Do not let them deceive you. And so you must not forget what they have done in the time past. Because if you forget, that is why they do more. Our leader last revelation regarding Zeke. I'm surprised many people are saying that, but I'm not too surprised. Because I know my father practically told me that everything we are suffering today is because of Zeke. That you have Fulani in Nigeria today is because of Zeke. But you know, sometimes when you say certain things, some people feel bad. Oh, you can't be talking to our people. If you do bad, we tell you you do bad. That is the only way to discourage the next generation from getting involved. When you come out to talk about some of the atrocity of Ken Saro-Wiwa, some people say, they are insulting our kingsmen. When you tell them about atrocity of Adakaburu, don't insult our people, don't do this one. But all of you are idiots. Because upon all the billions that are paid to Niger Delta, Avengers and Niger Delta, Tompulu and Niger Delta, Asari Dokubo, and Niger Delta, anybody you can mention his name, you discover none of you benefited from it. Your life never improved. Don't let them deceive you. Then somebody said, all the Ogoni cleanup, all the agitation, Ogoni people will not come out and tell us that many Ogoni people have become fugitive around the world. You go to Benin Republic, you go to Ghana, there are Ogoni people who will never return home again because any day they come back to Ogoni. Even Ogoni saboteur will report them to Nigerian government and they will murder them as we speak today. Check your day this morning as I'm speaking. But as far as you forget where you are coming from, as far as you forget that the relationship of Ken Saro-Wiwa and Abacha did not save him from dying miserably. Not only did they kill him, they killed his friend with him. Not only did they kill them, they seized their dead body, buried them in an unknown grave or mass grave, pour acid in their body, so that even in the future, when you want to test their DNA, you will never know they existed or they walked the war. But we tell them the lie. We shall mortalize them because they will never die. Whether they did bad or they did good, they remain our people, and that is the truth. But of course, you are not Biafran. You just pack out and get out because we shall come for all of you. This is not a threat. It is a promise. And so when we look at our lives and we just say, okay, it's okay, let's move ahead. You know, the Lord is faithful. Of course, Yoruba pastor want you to believe that. Nobody has ever doubted that. Yoruba pastors want you to believe that you are a fool. Be loyal to your master, even unto death. As Jesus Christ was loyal, even unto death. But you slap your pastor and see how miserable the next 2-3 months of your life will be. You slap your daddy GO, whether it's Adeboye or Kumuyi. I tell you, you will not come back from jail. You will be used for sacrifice on Shango in the Ara. And people must understand. When we talk about church, I'm not talking about Christianity. I'm talking about Nigerian churches. Nigerian Christianity is my concern. They are evil. Yoruba cannot be Muslim and they are leading you. I'm after Yoruba churches. Let them gather and pray. Let us see the power of their prayer. And then if they can conquer me, let them have their way. But if they are evil, worse than Nigerian government, all of them will be disgraced. I said something people do not understand. Watch all of them. They will never have successor. Redeem will not have successor. Deeper Life will not have successor. Any church that was built to undermine our people, to rob us, you will never have successor. We are waiting for all of you. That is where you will know that God is greater than all of you. Let me tell you something. There are politicians in power. They steal money. They amass waste. Store them in banks in London, in America, in China, in Japan, and across the globe. Did you know how God settled them? When they are done with all this looting, they give birth to lunatic. Money they spent killing a whole community. Thousands of people, what they stole, they amassed. One of their useless son will come out and drink wine with it. God always gives them children who have the spirit of devourer. One of their son or daughter must have the spirit of devourer. And then before their very eye, in their dying minute, their children will ravish everything they have labored for. You can't help it. A lot of you stealing money, watch your children. There is one with the spirit of devourer. In fact, it's not your son. It's the nemesis and karma that will destroy you. And then the Yoruba pastor will say, you know, you're going to forget about it. In heaven, God will reward us. Why did he send me here? Is it that wicked? Why did he have to send me to hellfire? Don't you know Nigeria is worse than hellfire? And then he's not going to take me to heaven. And then I will not go to that heaven. I won't apologize for that. Or don't you understand? But that is not God, I must tell you. You don't just look at what they did to you and you move ahead. You say, well, it's okay. The Lord is good. Of course, we are not doubting it. The Lord is good. Should I remind you, we know he's good? Oh Lord, my God, when I'm in awesome wonder, causing those works, the works thy hand has made. Yes, I see Biafra. I see how Yoruba, Wosa, Fulani are trying to destroy us, but yet we are still here. Now I know that you are truly great. Then sing my soul. Then sing my soul, my Savior unto thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Yes, we know he's wonderful, but yet we see what you are doing to us. And we see God working on our situation and circumstance. And our people must not lose sight of this, because there is no shadow of repentance in these people. We cannot just open our eyes and allow us to murder us. The atrocity, the evil being perpetrated by the leaders of Africa is unbearable, unimaginable, all killing all of you for white man. This is unacceptable. When I mean white man, they know themselves. This is unacceptable. But they will never have successor. They will die miserably. Watch all of them. Watch Buhari. Let Yusuf Buhari, he could be today the fourth richest youth in the whole world. But let him come and rule Nigeria now. This is where all of you feel. El-Rufai, Kwankwaso, Obasanjo, bring your children to rule us. You will know we are ready for all of you. We will make sure everything you have labored for, they will crush before your very eye, because your evil will never be forgiven. In as much as we will not forgive the crime, the sins of our enemy against us, but the silence of our enemy also will never be forgotten. Understand this. And so this is not the time to, let's just forget and let's move. We will never forget. We will never forgive. Never. So when you are doing what you are doing, do the best you can, do the worst you can, because nemesis, it will catch up with all of you. The only goal and target of Nigeria is to keep Biafran. And when I mean Biafran, their main target is Igbo man. And then you are Igbo man, you're saying, you're going to manage your Nigeria, you are idiot. Idiot, and thunder will fire you. That is why we are raising up Amadio and Ikenga. All the whole deity in Biafra land, both Obanji, all of them, we will resurrect them for all of you. Because if our Jesus Christ mind will not allow us to destroy you, we shall send them to you. The finger of God is against you because you are evil. You are very stupid because you think you are simple. There is no project Nigerians have than the Igbo project. And of course, the Igbo project comprises of all the Biafra. They must destroy you. And those of you on Facebook, you can see just little ties there. More than 300 people file themselves to go to Europe. And when our leaders say that if today you want to carry slave in Africa, we will tell you, don't bring chain, we have chain. We will chain ourselves and follow you immediately. And so when we look at the era of those who came to kidnap, rape, and murder, they lose. They lose. Because they would have, all they need was to just make an announcement. Of course, nobody will go, considering what they've done to us. People want to go as free slave. Work for free self. And then somebody says, no, we're going to forget it. Can you tell me what Nigeria has achieved? Go back to their archive and their record. What did show you their greatness is the ability to undermine our sovereignty as a nation. Our right as a people. That is the achievement. But of course, we continue reminding ourselves about the precarious situation we find ourselves in order not to get used to the obnoxious character. Idiots. But this is hate speech. It's as simple as ABCD. We were on our own. We are a people. We existed. And then some terrorists, God knows where they come from, came and say, you are now one Nigeria. Out of simplicity, our parents accepted it. But to what end? But it's simple. I thought the colonization era is gone. Slave trade era is gone. Why don't this, what name would I call them? This leprosy individual leave our land? Why wouldn't France and America and colonizers of Africa, why don't you carry your leprosy and get out of our land? And let us remain primitively backward even 1 million years. All of you are idiots. Anybody around the world, it doesn't matter who you are, that can come out and you undermine the position of a black person, you are a leper and you are idiot. Make sure you don't get our freedom. Make sure you don't let us go. But you ask yourself a question. With all those nations and cities and comfort you have built for yourself and your generation, can you sustain them without coming to steal in Africa? Can you sustain them? China, can you sustain your economic without stealing from Africa? Britain, Europe, America,
All of you, can you sustain, manage your economy without having somewhere in Africa where you are a criminal, a tout, and you are supposed to be hanged and murdered? You are the criminal, you are the one playing Holy Ghost and angel. But our people accept it and they never studied yesterday. How would they understand what is going to happen tomorrow? But believe me, we do not pity for ourselves. We will not apologize. Honestly, a lot of things are not easy. But it's better we have it the hard way than to die in the easy way. But of course, to throw more light on what we are saying this morning, it is actually useless. And every labor given to retain one Nigeria will be fruitless if we fail to realize the truth about our past and the future that lies ahead of us in the zoo called Nigeria as a people. We see many of them. When they want to, use you against your people, they promote you. They do appointed police commissioners in Nigeria. Now look at the game they played in Biafra land. They gave them 6. They gave the Southeast only 1, and they gave the South 5. And now this is to create the impression that those of us they call South, we say, after all, our own is not too bad. Of course, that is what they normally do. And when they are done with the Igbo man, they will come for all of you. Imagine the population of the Igbos. Imagine Hausa, Fulani, and Yoruba are not even up to the population of Holy Imo State. Imagine if we are allowed to run them. In 24 hours, they are gone. But understand, it's not the Yoruba or the Fulani or the Hausa. It is the British government. It is the France government. It is those who call themselves colonial master. It is the decision they made in the Berlin Conference. Kill and divide Africa. It is what has aided us today. And so many people are fighting against us. The oil companies are there. The diamond tapes are there. The gold companies are there. The gas companies are there. Alloy and aluminium, among others. All criminals around the world, they are gathered like vulture, ready to devour our carcass. But we will not die. You will eat us alive. And then our bone will choke your truth. Very soon we can assure you that. But of course, he said, nobody can take over a house until you ban the strong man. The strong man of Biafra land is the Igbo man. And if you do not know, their target is to ban the strong man. And the moment they make stupidity out of all of you Igbo people, and then the rest of us are gone as a people. And those of you who are not Igbo is what I'm saying. Don't you understand how it works? He said, who will dare go to a strong man's house and plunder his house without first of all binding the strong man? In every kingdom there is a strong man. The strong man in Biafra land is the Igbo man. And that is their target. And the moment they get the Igbo man down, the rest of you are gone as a people. But you can't see this. And that is why we keep telling you. We will respond to Nigeria, believe me. How did I put the grammar? Unapologetically provocation. We will unleash hell on them. Believe me. No amount of ammunition they acquire around the globe. No amount of mercenary that are lining up. No amount of allies that are waiting to bluff out this tiny Biafra. But if we have 1 minute to confront them, we will do it in such a way that in 1,000 generations to come, they will talk about that day. We will do it in such a way that journalists will write and they will run out of ink. We will occupy the media space. I can assure you that. But of course, everything you are doing as a Biafran, let's try and do Nigeria, let's form an Abo organization, Igbo organization, Ejo organization, Urubu organization. All of you are idiots. Not because you form those organizations. Because the only organization that will save all of you, it's not Ohanaeze Ndigbo, it is IPOB. One day, if you fail, you will understand we told you. I have spoken this word. It can never be retrieved back. And we will not apologize for it. But it will be a testament to all of us that those who fought to liberate our nation will be glad they did the right thing. And those of you who are still yapping and thinking you are going to blackmail us, you're going to stop us, you're going to frustrate us, you murder those who are working hard to make sure we get our freedom, and you protect those of you who are looters and criminals, idiots or like all of you, I'm sorry. Posterity will judge all of us. But of course, I won't digress further. We must have it at the back of our mind that the only thing Nigerians have to offer us is state. Nothing more, nothing less. Academically, they want to kill us. Innovationally, they want to kill us. Look at school. You go and find out what it takes a Biafran son, a Biafran child to enter Nigerian university. You will weep for us. They want us to score 110 over 100. They want us to score above pass mark before we can enter Nigerian university. But then the Fulani, the Hausa, those start and lazy people claiming to be intellectual, they can score 4, 5, and 6. Yoruba's child will go to university. Hausa Fulani child will go. Go and look at WAEC standard now. Because they want us dead academically. But we don't really need school. Believe me. Education is what is making African backward. Let me digress a little bit. Do you know that if I, as a lawyer or as a doctor, is being taught in my dialect, do you know I will become the best I can? Because the years I spent trying to study English or French, I will be doing the grammar in my own language. Imagine when you come as a man now in your classroom and your teacher will say, you people will knock the desk, pam, 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 pam. You now stand up. You say, ma ba, wa ma ba ba, or ma ne. as we greet. And then the mistress or the teacher will say, Ndowne, oh, I don't know, ma, or ya lodinale. Okay, Tani here in China, mo, Kwana Subu. O many Chinese subo he kebuzo me one ebia ya so pofia isu gwofia ho ye cheri na okoku ye bi okun ye okwa hodogo ya bia ya totopo mpogun leri ale etotopo mpogun leri ale then ye ya doze wo okun idugu wo okun ye we he chone kun ya kuma wo hu ho akun hu ikugwo hu ye cheri ni besui ikugwa ye cheri ni besui oga ho waji sepo ha ye leme wanya hwe ya takemeni ho anu wele chare o nwani here ye wen so bu ni wesu ho ma and wesu gwelo ho ma o mani gilo ye tuye na asu o meni okaro ye chemeni o ngboke meme okapare Yamani ilianya ahuebo ahueto or ifebo or ifeno yamani no genene unu agorema makeno many agorena. Imagine if you are being taught as a lawyer in your dialect. If you can speak your language, of course, you will be the best lawyer that has worked on this earth. You will be the best doctor that have worked on it. But what do? We spend our energy, our resources, and most of our brain trying to speak English. And then some lunatics are there. The English is not okay. But can any American speak Abo? Can any Saudi Arabia Chinese man? Can any Japanese? Can you speak Abo? But they will never appreciate you no matter who you are. And so they want us dead academically. They talk about innovation. They want us dead innovation. But now look at the line. Biafrans are manufacturing car without studying mechanical engineer. A lot of Biafran build house without studying civil engineer. In fact, you have a lot of Biafran people in Nigeria who are not lawyers, but they are in the court. Our leader once said it. He said, to be a lawyer, you just work, be a court clerk, or just work as a secretary in a lawyer's office. Visit court 2-3 times. Stand and defend case. They will acknowledge you. That is why the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Tanku, is not even a lawyer. He has been to the corridor of a law chamber. And now he's a Attorney General. So we don't need all these things. But innovationally, they want us dead. Politically, they want us dead. Spiritually, they want us dead. Yoruba are there to make sure you are dead spiritually. You wake up in the morning, they say, that is what Yoruba told you. But try and pray in your dialect. You will see how difficult it is to pray. You don't know some of you, I think you're praying, you are deceiving God. I don't come here and begin to say, Lord, I want to tell you, you're going to be there. No, I don't do that. Rather, I will speak Abo and pray to God. You just begin to rap it to God and you feel your prayer have been answered. But of course, you think you are bribing God with your fine grammar, as you think in your heart. And then people come out and begin to say, you're beautiful, you're loving, you're darling. It is a God they hear Igbo. He doesn't understand English. He don't like English. God don't speak English. Get this into your head. Spiritually, they want us dead. There are acts of defilement everywhere. In our back to your root study, we're going to look at the art of defilement. So when you think you are worshiping God, you should be able to understand where they have placed you spiritually. They want us spiritually dead. They are busy looking for every little idol in Biafra to destroy them. But the idol in Yoruba land and Hausa land is not being destroyed. And when they destroy, the artifact is taken to London. Now go back and check your news. Lord Britain now want to return the what do they call the statue? They stole from Benin. The symbol of First Act, just forgotten the name anyway. Britain say we are going to return it to Benin people. Idiots. We say Britain has repented. You will remove your hand from our land. Everything you have stolen, including build, including elephant talks, you will return them. But our people must understand the truth. They want us dead. Financially. Most of you don't know. Irrespective, we are saying all this thing. We are waiting for them to come. We'll respond to them adequately. The banking system is destroyed already. Not only have they frustrated banking transaction in terms of other foreign denomination, you can't even transact your denomination within any country, even here in Africa. In every coins you collect from Nigerian bank, your own bank, it will be deducted. Is it not shameful that you have a savings account and you save 1,000 naira that is supposed to be giving you yielding interest, but at the end of every month they deduct your money, and so in 1 year 1,000 naira you save for future will reduce to 500 naira because Nigerian banking system will destroy everything. But why they are doing this thing? They want to discourage you from banking with the normal secular banking, and meanwhile they are building Islamic bank that they will launch and flag up very soon. This Islamic bank will be interest-free rate. This Islamic bank will even be giving you money when you save as it's supposed to be. But their main target is to Islamize you. They will tell you, just change your name, we'll give you loan. Just do like this, you do like this. And most of you who are claiming you are men of God and women of God, I can assure you that in less than 10 years, all your children will be bearing Muhammad, Ayakebare, Abakeyare, Erufa, Kwankwaso, Buhari. Some will even bear Buhari, Yusufu, Aisha. Your children's name will be changed willingly. But these are the battles you people do not see. This is the end of everything that Nigerians have for us. But will you hear? Will you listen? Will you understand? But anyway, they were the dim past and the future Mongols. The nebulous hope and aspiration. Here we are. They want us dead, I must tell you. Developmentally, they want us dead, if there is any grammar like that. In terms of development, they want us dead. This is all we can get from Nigerian state. Because in the British Nigerian Zoo, there is a conspiracy between the Arewa, the Ududuwa, and with the British government. They have a plan, a hidden agenda. That is the reason we want the world to know. Let me tell you, if not that we are calling Britain, every day Britain. By now, Britain is supposed to have deployed British army to come and stop IPOB. But the world now knows that Britain is the major cause of all the commotion in Nigeria. Britain is responsible for 419. They are responsible for corruption. Britain is the sponsor of Boko Haram. Britain is the one importing fake drug in Biafra land. Britain is behind every evil and atrocity happening in Nigeria. And so they are very careful how they respond. I dare them. They can only come pretending, oh, they mean us well. At least for the first time since I was born, almost 70 years now. For the first time, Britain prostitute is coming after Flora Shaw death. And did they call her high commissioner or low commissioner? Idiot. Without us pointing out to the world the atrocity and heinous crime of the British government against us as a people, today they would have shot us now. And you know when they are killing us, they will be telling the world, don't mind them. We saw them, we take AK-47. Look at us now. Our hands are clean. We come empty-handed before you, only with our mouth. And you want to take away the free speech. It is Britain. When you hear, oh, hate speech, it is Britain. But I decree that Theresa May in her old age will begin to see menstruation again. Because she must wear pampers till she die. Idiot. But there is a conspiracy against us as a people. You people must understand it. You people must see this evil. Show your cruel hatred against this evil, not against the people. We do not hate British citizens, but they are all idiots if they will support their terrorist government to fund terrorists around the globe, and they come behind and kill the one that refused to play by the rule, claiming to be the angel. You can't control Gaddafi and you killed him. He's a terrorist. You created ISIS. You can't control them. You killed their leader. He's become terrorist. Where are all the African leaders? Marconness, Martin Luther King. You thought they will be a puppet for you, but your inability to control them and subdue them, they become terrorists. And you can't crush IPOB, and now we are terrorists. But Boko Haram, over 900 Boko Haram have been set free and reincorporated into the Nigerian military. But then British government are waiting for them to go one IPOB member, and then they slaughter him. When people say something, I pity them, honestly. I understand your concern, but I pity you. Because if I am broadcasting and saying the truth, and somebody's afraid of me, I pity you. Because we have emptied our fear, because we have been living in the prison of fear as far as we can understand. I pity you because I don't see why my action warrant death. My action warrants a judicial approach. But I pity you that you are supposed to be pitying Nigerians who think they can continue shutting down the mouths that cry for justice and freedom, liberation of their people, and walk away with it. I pity them. You should be pitying Nigeria. And that is why we empty our fear. They can kill me now. They can poison me. Most of them in IPOB already. Working very hard to get to me. But I tell you, the people that will kill me are dead before I was born. I dare you. But understand, the pair of light is not in my hand. Our case is settled in heaven already. What's going to be, and there is nothing you can do about it. Indeed, we are the darkness that mans amongst the light. These are the words of Bob Marley, and then you shall understand. A brother called yesterday and said something. The Bible says, let there be light. That means before there was light, there was darkness. We are that darkness that mans amongst the light. But I won't go that way anyway. This is all we can get from Nigerian state because of the conspiracy they have against us as a people. It was part of the Ahmadu Bello speech. Did you hear the Ahmadu Bello speech? Yes, as far as we know, the Igbo will not be allowed to control their life. We will subdue them and we will enslave them. This is Ahmadu Bello. Love speech. It was reaffirmed by Kunle and Adamu Farouk. We will deal with Igbo. When Hausa is paying 10 naira, Yoruba is paying 5 naira, Igbo will pay 1 million. And they were laughing. Before the end of Buhari regime, Buhari died. They brought an imposter. Yes, before the end of Sudani, Dubri, we will make Igbo irrelevant. Are they not doing it? Go to Lagos now. Go to Abuja, Gwangwarada. Go to everywhere now. The people planning to come to the east. They have set up different task force. They stay in Mutu Park, the young, all of them. Good news. Every company, transport company. They are searching bag of rice. They must search your pocket. And sometimes they will see tomato and say foreign tomato. How dare you take foreign tomato to Biafra? But their mind, they are trying to oppress us. There is nothing Nigerian has to offer us other than humiliation. But of course, I won't waste much time. Let's go. Some of those to bring a reminder for you. Just 3 aspects of it. From 1970, at the end of the war, to 1983, there was harsh aggression against us as a people. That harsh aggression led to the immigration of our people to other parts of the world. After the Nigerian-British genocidal war, that is Stag Biafra War, which ended in 1970. They said that the war has come to an end. Ojukwu have to leave. And it is said, no victor, no vanquish. We agreed. They said the first thing they were going to do is reconstruction, rehabilitation, and reconciliation, the 3 R's. And then at the end of the war, our people, the remaining one, did everything they could to make sure our land is rebuilt. Because the past glory of the Biafran land before the war cannot be compared with what you see today. For if there is any glory in the Biafran cities today, these are the things that are built or that existed before the war. And so between 1970 to 1983, we were faced with hard aggression. They introduced firing squad to kill off all the Biafran youth that are strong. Most of them left with 9/11. We call it Gunguru, Mutuku, trailer. Some of them cannot afford transport fare. Because Biafra land was not. In fact, anybody that remained in Biafra land after the war were the sick people. They couldn't run. It is better they die because they couldn't run. Majority of them. Then the other group were the children of Saboteur, who were properly paid like a Nayangudu. If I mention a name, it no go better for now. And then they become the shaman, as they are shamaning us today. Hard policies, aggression was meted out against us. All of you in diaspora who are product of Kwashoko, find out the reason why you leave. Because you discovered that there is no hope for you. And 90% of Kwashoko children are not in Nigeria here. But the fathers who witnessed this war, they built the city we are enjoying today. And so from 1960 to 1983, it threatened British government, and that is when they introduced the era of military coup d'etat. British government were the one that sponsored Buhari in 1983 to overthrow the first democratic elected president of Nigeria, which removed Alesi Kweme, vice president, and Alhaji Shehu Shagari, president of Nigeria, and empower a terrorist. British government did that. Their duty was to introduce harsh economic system. It was actually known as austerity measure. We were starved to death, reminding us about what happened to the generation of Biafra 1967 to 1970. The starvation were introduced. Most of you don't know austerity measure, but how will you know when they don't teach you history? And then many of our people ran away. Today they are still doing the same thing. Starvation is on, harassment is on, intimidation is on, and many of us even, I want you to go, Theresa May and other people trying to find out if there is peace in Biafra. Please come and interview Nigerian students. My brother, are you a student here? He said, yes. He said, what are you studying? He said, I'm a medical doctor. He said, okay, please, what is your plan? When you graduate, what do you intend to do? The next thing you will see, I'm running away. I am running away. They may not put it there. They say, well, my plan is when I graduate, I will go to Canada, I will go to America. Some of them will even mistakenly tell you that they will go to Cotonou. Because they know maybe their family can't afford a plane ticket or a visa for them to go to America. And so they will go to Cotonou. Idiots. But most of these people are still glamoring for one Nigeria. But they don't know what ails them. And that is why we are here. And then the next thing you must understand is that by the end of 1983, let's say from 1984, another formula was introduced. And I should say from 1984 to 1998, our people was forced with economic aggression. They harassed us, they intimidated us, and they brought economic aggression to begin to victimize and shut down companies. Most companies of Biafra land were crippled, as they are doing today. Allen Onyema should go and thank our leader. He should, honestly. Because irrespective of the fact that you may choose to be an idiot, we will make sure anybody who comes for you will not go freely. Another idiot who are thinking that Nigeria is going to accept them, we will watch your back, not because we want you to remain alive. We will deal with you ourselves. But never again with Nigerian glorify over the demands of any of our people. Even our lunatic. Nigeria will not enjoy killing any of them again. And so don't be an idiot. Where is Desi Animadeke? Where are all the men and women who bled for this zoo called Nigeria? And you think somewhere your own is going to be free? And you think you are mocking us? Joe Ibukwe group of companies. You think you are mocking us? Your children will suffer. Nnamdi Azikiwe has his abandoned because his children can't stay there. They only make phone call. Anywhere they are in the world, they are hiding. But believe me, don't panic, Nnamdi Azikiwe children. As far as you are not an idiot like your father, we don't have any problem with you. But you want to go and renew the contract of your father with France and Britain. You are idiot. We are waiting for all of you. We are the children of those poor people you starved. You want to kill us. We are not dead. We are here. Reincarnated spirit, I must tell you, with the venom of the anger that you have, the evil you have done against our people, we are here. And so you have no idea what is coming for all of you. I was Fulani are not our problem. When our time comes for us to respond to them, they will not understand that. But it is very painful for us to kill our own. That is the reason why we keep telling you to be born again. For the kingdom of Chukwukika Abiyama is at hand. And then finally, we have to consider from having been able to harass us, emasculate us economically, then from 1999 till this very date, what they work very hard is to complicate the justice system. Nigerians don't have law. Forget about Abdusalami Abubakar 1999 British imposed constitution. They don't have law. They misinterpret law. We have Ogomo law in Nigeria, Sharia law in Nigeria, fraudulent law in Nigeria. Every law they shop for bill in the supermarket. When a vehicle jam a tree, Nigerians don't have law on how to punish the offender. They will now go to the supermarket and say, one more to jam tree, please sell a law for us. They buy. Very idiotic people. I don't blame them, because when they say when two lawyers gather, members of Congress or Senate gather, 2 or more of them, you call them Congress. And then when chimpanzee gather, more than 2 chimpanzee gather, they are Congress. And so I wonder who is the real Congress. Is it the chimpanzee Congress or the lawyer Congress? So when you see them behaving like idiots, don't blame them. The name alone make them look like chimpanzee. Don't you know when 2 or more gorilla gather, they are called Congress, and say, yeah, hey, we're the parliament, we're the member of the Congress. Are you telling us member of gathered chimpanzee, monkey, and babu? And then you wear wig, you think you are relevant. We lose respect for you. How many lawyers are willing to die like Nelson Mandela died to stop apartheid? Your own lawyer is charge and bail. Charge and bail. You complicated even people's matter. So you can be collecting transport for every day. Idiot. Not knowing that all your children will not be lawyer. They will suffer more than you have suffered. But this is what we are saying. Nigerians don't know law. They make law, Sharia law. Do you know our leader was supposed to be tried by Sharia law? Just to make sure they indict him. British government will stop nowhere. And then they wake up in the morning and say, yes, we are going to judge you with Sharia law according to the book of Surah, chapter 20, decree 7 of Saudi Arabia as amended in Dubai. You will wear masquerade. Which kind of law did they not try to judge our leader with? But when we say you are idiot, people don't understand. Does America have Sharia law? Of course, they are bringing in Sharia law because the whole world is even being compromised. You don't talk about Britain, they have Sharia law. But then, can you tell me now that Saudi Arabia have American secular law? Their own is Sharia law. Why can't you people maintain the integrity and the honor of your people? And so they destroy the law. That is why somebody will wake up one day, he go and copy law and paste. Oh, these people, they are hanging hate speech. Let's copy and paste. They cannot copy and paste. And then the next thing you hear, the baboons in the Congress member, they will not say, yes, if you agree with this copy and paste, say nay. Everybody now think, nay. If you don't agree, say kai. All of them now say kai. And then the nay have it or kai have it. And then idiot Britain will be coming out and lunatics across Nigeria will be saying, hey, it's our constitution. Yes, it's our constitution. Our constitution said it's nay and kai. Idiots. But this is what you don't like. But it makes us sick. How long will this go on? Their ultimate aim since 1960 till date is to make sure that our people remain undeveloped, despite the promises of reconciliation, rehabilitation, and reconstruction. We must never forget about their actions against us as a people. The agenda will never change. The agenda against us as a people will never change. Accept it or leave it. It is how many years on? I want you to take your pastor aside, take your pastor unaware as a Biafran and say, Pastor, please pray for me regarding this Biafra issue. I want Biafra to come. I tell you, that is the day you begin to have problem, because after that prayer of pretense, they are going to call DSS on you. But what is Biafra? Biafra is the name of our nation. Before our land was invaded by European terrorists, Britain to be precise, led by Boko Haram, Freddy Lugard, and a prostitute named Fola Shaw, invaded our land. There is nothing they want. They want to keep us perpetually in slavery. And now we say we want our life back. This is our crime. We didn't say they should not steal oil. They can steal oil and gas. They can steal gold and silver. They can steal other metals. They can steal and continue stealing. We will let them steal. So we will not allow them to starve. But they must be willing to humble themselves and realize they are thieves and be grateful for what they are stealing. But you are there trying to claim, oh, we are wonderful, we are relevant, you are a thief. common thief. Is it thief or theft? You know, when Oyibo thief, they call it theft or a theft. They change the vowel sound. Nigeria is battling the oil theft. They put theft. It sounds very romantic. You think they are good men. Now thief, Ndioshi, according to Yoruba, Oli Barawu Dambanza, according to Hausa Fulani. Ndioshi, Oli Barawu. That is what all of them are. So forget about this oil theft or thief. Oshi no Oshi. Of course, our people must understand the only agenda of Nigeria for us as Biafran is total destruction of our people. Abibaja will sweep over Biafra land and bring in cleansing. But for Nigerians who think they are going to enjoy this atrocity for long, believe me, we have mummified your actions against us. But we understand the only end, desire, the goal to what you do to us is our demise. But we shall see how it ends. And of course, you are Biafran anywhere in the world. It still doesn't concern you. It's okay. The day of reckoning is coming for all of us. And when you fail to do what you ought to do, somebody going to do it for you. And then I will stop there for now. Look for the nearest IPOB family closer to you. It doesn't matter you are with the Nigerian Army, you are with the Nigerian Navy, you are even palling with Jubri. That is not how. If you are Biafran, you must identify. But of course, look for IPOB closer to you and join. We have started the census already. And then when it is done, we know how many of us that will remain alive and how many they will murder again. Today, some country will say, Nigerian agree they kill 1 million Biafra. And then Britain agree about 1.5 or 3.5. And then different people coming with different records. Do you know the most painful aspect of it? The most heartbreaking aspect of it? Do you know millions of Biafran children were evacuated by unknown aeroplane to different locations? We do not have their data and we don't know who these children are today. Do you know some of them are everywhere in Africa and some part of the world, and listening to what you are saying, they do not know who they are? Many children were evacuated. Instead of them to die, they took them out of Biafra land. Or maybe better still to wipe us and run experiment and beg them. Who are the country who help us save these people? Or do they take them to animal farms somewhere only God knows? We remember them. We remember them. And this memory, we will not leave it at all. Because it will be the light that will guide the next generation. They brought plane and pack our children. Nobody took their name. Nobody have their record. Nobody know where they took them to. Till today, nobody is giving account of them. And you are idiots telling us about one Nigeria. And never to talk about what you have done. Send your data to our WhatsApp line. Send your WhatsApp to our WhatsApp line. Most of you in diaspora marry your brother and sister without knowing. They can tell you they are from Namibia, they are from Ghana, they are from Ivory Coast, they are from here, because most of our children were taken there. And if you are married to somebody who cannot give the history, complete story about his father, his family, please let us know, because he may be one of those children. They are all grown up now. 1967, 1970, till now they are no longer children. They are all older than me. Send your data to our WhatsApp, Biafrans, anywhere you are. Be telling me, if you know you are Biafran, Ido my gala. This is your time to redeem your people. It is as simple as that. Give us your name, your location, and your phone number. Send it to this our WhatsApp line I'm about to call. You are Biafra musician. You produce, you sing. I started making this announcement about 3 days ago. Send us your WhatsApp link. Because this is not the time to celebrate, what do they call the Nigerian music industry? Nigerian Bollywood. Let me digress and show you how hopeless Nigeria can be. The Nollywood of Nigeria you see today, who are there busy acting film to destroy our character and empower Yoruba pastor, because that is what they are mandated to do. I want you to go and find out the history of Nollywood. When Nollywood was formed, and Nigeria gave them license to function as a movie industry, they choose the film known as Living in Bondage by that idiot Kekonoti Kwinkwo, among others, as the face of Nollywood. Having done that, the Yoruba went angry and said, how can they use Living in Bondage as the face of Nollywood? And the Yoruba refused to identify with Nollywood. Watch your Nollywood. Yoruba, only few Yoruba, and these are the tribalized Yoruba or the businessman and women Yoruba. Yoruba don't identify with Nollywood. Their problem is, why would they use Living in Bondage? They were complaining that they were films like Papi Luwe and the rest of them. We agree with that. We respect those actors. But in as much as Yoruba have people like Papi Luwe, we have Jegede Shokoya. Jegede Shokoya is not Yoruba. We have New Masquerade. We have Kokori. We have Willy Willy. We have Kokoradon. These are Biafrans. They are not Yoruba. They didn't say that Willy Willy should be the face. They didn't say that Zebudaya should be the face. The new masquerade or what the case may. They never fought, but they choose to use living in bondage because it was living in bondage that took Nigeria to another era, or Nigeria moving industry or Africa moving industry to another land that they are currently enjoying today. But Yoruba will never allow you to become relevant. Do you forget all these things? And this idiot are there adding fame. They will soon add the IPOB and make us terrorists and then make Boko Haram the protectors of Nigeria. Idiot. And so we are gathering you. We will come and look into the movie industry. But this time is to get our musician. When South Africa was crying for apartheid, Nelson Mandela, a good man that was murdered, was fighting for their people. We were the ones singing music for South Africa. Today, who is singing for us? Because most of them are idiots and thieves. They don't want us to be free so they can be stealing oil. And then when you see South Africa talking about xenophobia and Vibia Senior, it's because they don't have sense. But if the world rejects you, you won't reject yourself. If the world turn their backs on us, we turn our back on the world. And then let it be on record that as free men we choose to die. Not because we have committed any crime. Because we stand for the truth. To defend that which is ours. That in the end, they will live among their shame and disgrace. Send your data to our WhatsApp line. And that line is 070-815-45642. 070-815-45642. Our direct line is 081-221-52971. 081-221-52971 is our direct line. And the special number meant for the female is 081-288-58614. There's a caller on the line. Can you hear me? Your name and where are you calling from? Good morning, Ada. Go ahead, please.
Calling from Archie. I'm from Telugu State.
Go ahead, please.
Okay. Now, I heard when you said we should tell our pastor to pray for our Biafra country. But at times, if you raise up that Biafra issue in the church, pastor will say something like, forget about Biafra, we are not Nigeria.
And any pastor that makes such statement, do you know their end? The day they will preach about how God delivered Israel from Egypt, their first son will die. Or their mother or their father or their children will die. Let them never preach about God saving Israelites from Egypt. Because the day any pastor against Biafra will preach that preaching, the epilepsy will catch them on the altar. I make this declaration by the anointing upon my life. Idiots everywhere. Go ahead, please.
Because my husband wanted to challenge pastor that day in the church. He was saying against Biafra. And somebody tapped him that he shouldn't talk. My husband, it was itching him on the seat he was sitting down. That's why we did the condemning Biafra like that. You understand? He now said he will go and meet pastor personally and talk to him that he shouldn't be condemning Biafra in the congregation. You understand? That every time my husband is always talking about, even if he's sleeping, he wakes him up and you see the talking of Biafra.
If we don't talk about Biafra, wait till we go talk again. If you don't talk about Biafra, I say Biafra, wait till you go talk again. Wait till you gain. Go ahead, Ada.
He told him that, he said his father told him that the person that is giving them Biafra will come up one day. That Biafra is like a spirit. And now is the appointed time that Biafra must come and to stay. So that was why I called this morning. Thank you for your teaching and thank you for what you've been doing. Continue to guide and protect you and protect our leader, Mazen Nade. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Our case is settled already. Are you there? Call on WhatsApp.
Master George Onibe, good morning to you.
Good morning, sir. Thank you very much for holding on. Go ahead, please.
I greet you. I greet the Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the man I call Mukike, Mazi Uchemefo. I greet all of you that have sacrificed everything sacrificable for the restoration of Biafra's glory. The Bible says that the children of Issachar, the difference between the children of Issachar and the other children of Jacob is that the children of Issachar understand the times they were in. We Biafrans, we need to understand the times we were in. Any true-born of Biafra, listening to your voice, listening to the voice of our leader, listening to the voice of Mazi Uchemefo and the voice of Jonathan, we know the times we are in. We need to wisen up. I'm glad you said we are going to conduct census. We are conducting census already to know those who are with us and those who are in the zoo. I greet you all for the work you're doing. They cannot deceive us anymore. Bob Marley says that you can deceive some people sometime, but you cannot deceive the people all the time. This is all the time generation. Through IPOB and Radio Biafra, we've all been enlightened. Everybody's enlightened. If these people think that we are still as primitive as we were before, they're living in cuckoo land. Everybody has wisened up. Even Britain now is running from the damages they've been causing to our people. They are trying to disassociate themselves from all the mayhem they've caused in Biafra land. But it's too late to apologize. Biafra is our only hope. I keep on saying it. I urge my people. This struggle is expensive. This struggle is expensive. We as a race, Biafrans are the first ones that introduced, in Susu, in all our meetings. Everybody contribute. Everybody's levied. Everybody's taxed to achieve a decent project. This is the most decent project the Biafrans will ever embark on. And I urge everyone that have sympathy for what is going on in that land now to get involved. Come on board. Come on board. And I say, thank you, Mazi. God bless you for the work you guys are doing for us. We appreciate. And your sacrifice will not be in vain. Your labor of love for us will not be in vain. After all, you guys can choose to be like other generation, but you didn't. You've sacrificed everything, your businesses, your families, your time, your freedom, to make sure others are free.
Thank you very much.
As you are the pillars holding up Biafra case now, Chukwu Okike Abiyama will be the pillar holding up your lives and your families in Jesus' name.
You see?
God bless you, sir.
Thank you very much. We must continue. Honestly, it is a privilege to serve with indigenous people of Biafra. We couldn't ask for more. Are you there, caller on the line?
I'm there.
Go ahead. Good morning, sir. Good morning from here, my brother.
Go ahead.
Your complaints are noted, and believe me, they are doing something about it. It shall be on in no time. Thank you for notifying us.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you, my brother. We must continue. Biafrans across the globe must understand that the only plan Nigeria have for us is just to kill Biafra, destroy them, frustrate them. Nothing more, nothing less. But believe me, it will not always end the way they thought it will. Are you there, caller on the line? Caller on the line, are you there?
Hello?
Good morning from here. Go ahead, please.
Good morning this morning.
Go ahead, please.
Please, my brother, I just want to contribute on what you said about the church. The one they have yesterday, last week at Enugu. One policeman, my friend, he told me what the man did, why I'm suspecting them on one bed that we went to after supper. So the guy just telling me that 2 people died at that crusade or revival they have at the Enugu Square last weekend. He said one person died the first day, then another person died the second day, then one small boy fainted at the beginning. So they took the small boy to address that Friday. They don't know if the boy don't know if the little boy survived or not. Then the actors they called for the miracle. They have their legs into new crutches they carry that day. If they don't want to pray, you go direct to the people actors they call to heal them. What for other people that they have a natural infection, whether amputated or married and grow, you went direct to that people they call to act as if they heal them. So after is a police officer, Nigeria's police officer, my friend. And all the things these pastors are doing is a scam. And even myself, I have problems with them for several times. So all these Yoruba church they are doing in our land is a scam. One of them is building an industry, church, and after they pack all their money, they use. Even the police officer told me that imagine that pastor standing on pulpit, posting that he has 2 jets. And even the guy even told me that imagine the policeman coming to a program with 12 armed police security instead of coming with the Holy Ghost. So my brother, I pray that most of us.
course, we lost that caller. We must continue. Caller on WhatsApp. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here, Mas. Good morning.
Good morning from here. Go ahead, please.
Yes, good morning, fellow Biafrans. My name is Obi Mane Chibike. I'm from Widi, but I'm calling from the state of Israel. Mazi, I would have not called this morning, but because of your last statement before you opened the phone line, I want to confirm what you just said about living in bondage. Mazi, I want to assure you that the whole world is listening to you. Biafrans are listening. And whatever you said that is true, we will confirm it. And whatever you say that is lie, if I listen, I will call you and tell you this one is lie.
We don't lie.
Yes,
it could be a different version, but we don't lie. It will benefit us anything. Go ahead, please.
What you say about living in bondage? The man that produced living in bondage, his name is Kenneth Inebwe. The man is from Mwidi. When I was growing up, if you finish from secondary school, your father or your parents will take wine and go to NEC, Kenneth Inebwe, begging him to take you to Lagos to learn trade from him. The man produced living in bondage, but at the end of the day, the Yoruba people, the people that control Nigeria, make sure that the man is nobody today. If you go to Kenneth Inebwe's house today, he has no money to maintain that his White House he built in Mwidi, that people come from far and wide to shoot movie there. Today, nobody knows about Kenneth Inebwe today. Maybe he might be somewhere in America. Sometimes we heard that he has become a pastor. What they have done to us is great. They have destroyed us beyond imagination. So that is what I want to confirm, to let Biafrans know that whatever you are saying is confirmed and correct. Thank you very much, Mazi.
Thank you. We must continue. Are you there, caller on the line? The caller on the line, are you there? Monitoring Spirit. Good morning from here. Go ahead, please.
We go to cook the no problem. We are moving ahead. Yesterday was very hot. Look, every Biafran all over the world. Listen to the broadcast of Mazi yesterday. When can't see people use their eye and see. Up till now, rain is still falling. Can't you ask yourself this? Can't you ask yourself question? That when our leader was still on the land of Biafra, whenever he gathered our people to speak, you will see a sign in the sky. Can't you use your brain and understand that the world is changing? The world is about to end. And the next thing, that book that they gave to us, which is Bible, it is it. You need to present before them and judge them. Go to Isaiah chapter 2, everlasting peace. On Biafra we make peace in the whole world. And the throne, you are a human being. I don't care who, if you are a professor, you are a pope, you are a bishop, I don't care. The only person I am seeing now is my leader, the only savior for every human being on earth, including you. That is what is this my second? I know my character might be in you, I don't care. No, we must tell Biafra. Who are you to tell Biafra we don't talk? I will offer what? We will just be the whole universe. Look, let me just stop here. I'm just looking at them gradually to see what God will do and what Britain will do and what China will do. That all those men, they are just them like Omawa. They are like New York is like Omawa. Why can't you come and build your land? There is time for everything. Go to Isaiah chapter 56. You will see that Biafra is a religion. Don't joke with my leader. That man you are saying there is the savior of the whole world. You will not understand that. But by the time Biafra comes, you will understand. That's only because no.
Let's continue. Oh, hey, Biafra. Call on WhatsApp. Are you there?
Yes, my rep. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Biafrans, lovers of freedom. My name is Joy Wombo. I'm from Abia State, in Obingwa local government, Biafra land. Calling you from Ikom, Cross River State, Biafra land. Miss Mazi, I'm so amazed this morning for your topic. Yes, we all know that Nigerian government and British government does not want anything from us but death. So it's good for us to rise up and defend our land. What they want us is death. They don't want any other thing from us. But they have forgotten that Biafran that they see today is Joseph in the Bible. No matter how Joseph were humiliated and subdued, the light that God have bestowed on him keep on shining and shining and shining and shining up till death. They can never wipe us all. we will remain. We will remain. We are the remnants. The Israelites are us. We are. Mazi, when you come to the issue of tax, let me use myself as an example. I have a salon that I'm running. But when tax officers come to my shop, could you believe that they will give me about 47,000 naira as an assessment fee? And you begin to ask yourself, if you are running a salon, a hairdressing salon, and tax is asking you to pay 47,000.
And these people cannot pay people who work for them 30,000 a month. But they will collect 30,000 from his shop a day. Idiot will tell me that Nigeria. And then some useless country will come and talk good about Nigeria. Criminals everywhere.
Jesus Christ.
Go ahead.
Criminals and lunatic everywhere. They don't want us to rise. They don't want us to shine. But they have failed. They have failed. Coming to a particular shop and asking you to pay about 47,000 naira. And one nonsense Alamajiri standing in the front of the very junction that they are asking you is selling all kinds of vegetables that you can name of them, and they are not asking them anything to pay. Alamajiri man will stand in a particular junction and be selling cucumber, carrots, onions, begin to name them. They will pass them, grade them well. They don't ask them to pay a dime. And you begin to ask yourself, are they not the fellow citizens that are supposed to be paying the tax as they are taxing you? You take your money to bank, they deduct it. What are they deducting the money for? Are they returning the money that they are not encouraging you again to be banking the money, or what? They want us there. They don't want any good thing to offer us. So this morning I am calling on Biafrans all over the world. Rise up. Rise up and defend your land. Rise up and defend our land. Like our leader always say, nothing more, nothing less is only Biafra that we want. That is the kingdom of heaven on earth. Mother, thank you so much this morning for giving me this opportunity. May you continue to strengthen you.
And bless you too. Thank you. Yes, are you there? Call on WhatsApp. Call on WhatsApp.
Yeah, Ajay,
Go ahead, please, my brother.
Ajay,
okay. Mbene. Okay. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, thank you very much for more than our radio Biafra. I'm from Mbonyokwan Ugume, Ndokwa West.
Okay.
Port Harcourt. Right now, Biafra, because I didn't know. So I'm talking to you. I'm the Unit 1 member of IPOB, Unit 1. Igwacha. Okay, we'll go to the Banda Kenya, you won't want it. Doing yourselves or so, Babu, where measures were done in Biafra. But therefore, in Biafra. No Kwane, Biafra. Also Kwane, Biafra. Abo Biafra, Biafra. So, Mazuni, better than ordinary. I greet you so much. We have been trying. The Chukuk Kabiama. Giddy, Kema, let me test you that message that I want a situation whereby you give me the number of Ndokwa coordinator. Ndokwa West coordinator. So when I call home, I want to make sure we inaugurate unit in Ogume.
The data state coordinator Bunyabo. Emma.
Okay, no, you would data yes.
Data state coordinator Bunyabo.
Yeah, no, I'm talking of Ndokwa West. Okay. Ndokwa West.
Okay.
Yes, because I want to come Ogume. When I come Christmas, I want to make sure we inaugurate one unit in Ogume.
It's all right. Try and resend the message to me, and I'll pick it up from there.
Hello, sir.
I say you try and resend the text message to me, so I'll pick it up from there.
Okay, I will do that. I all right, sir. I am very far. I'm at sea. That's why it's breaking. Okay. But when I come back, I will still call you.
It's all right.
I'm using Wi-Fi.
It's all right. Then we must continue.
Yeah, Ajay, sir. Yeah, God bless you.
Yeah. Caller on. Thank you very much.
Biafra is here. He will come. Nobody will stop it. No man born of a woman will stop Biafra. So I've campaigned to my community and I've told them that I will come down and make sure we inaugurate one unit with my clients.
We must continue. Good morning, my brother. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. I'm greeting all the Biafrans all over the world. Yeah, I'm so happy that we are in Puri. But I'm so happy to say that there's something that I saw on paper. I saw that our leader will visit the UN again. I thought that our leader will visit UN again.
So I want to actually know whether the paper is still telling us the truth, or because I haven't heard much from Radio Biafra.
And then I will advise you to be patient until you hear it from Radio Biafra.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, super.
Are you there, caller, on WhatsApp?
Yes, I'm there, my honorable lecturer, Mazi George Onibe.
Good morning, my brother.
My name is Mazi Chima Joseph Onyechukwu. I'm calling from Bolafo is in Enugu State, Biafra land. Before I start, I say make a keep on threatening my leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the road call for our time. And we should again count ourselves as one of the lucky people that ever experienced this type of human being and this type of game in our own time. Because this show that Chukwu Kabema love us more than anything. And again, all the Biafra that have working so assiduously to make sure we restore our land. I say may God Almighty protect every one of them in the name of Chukwu Kabema. And this topic that you just bring for us this morning is like, I love the topic more than ever before. Because as you say, a time without number. I don't know the Chukwu Kabema that give you this type of wisdom to even to bring back our people to our normal roots. Because I can say before, all of us, we have lost our identity. Because this thing is that you can see somebody will not even know his identity, will not even know anything about him. You will see some parents, they will not even teach their children their mother tongue. They will just go and borrow another man's language that he cannot even identify it. At the end of everything, the child will lose everything about his identity. And now, our people are now knowing what all these things have caused into our life. We have now seen what it have caused into our life. You will see somebody, a Biafran, and the person speaking Arewa or Apolani language as if that it is become mother tongue, without even knowing about him. So, and again, I think say it down with that number. Let all of us come into this glorious umbrella. The only Savior. Because once you believe in this, your sin will be forgiven. But the so-called baby saboteur and those people that have been making noise of whatever they are making, let them keep on making noise. But I want to remind them, let them start remembering what happened to the children of Israel when our forefather was liberated from the land of Egypt. The thousands of Israel died on that night. But the reason why their death was not let Egypt say that and then if you lie, start sabotaging. Sabotaging your own is coming. And Karma is doing everything that have been passing through this struggle. That is the reason why I love my creator. And it's because it's the true church. You know the innermost of heart of every man. So if you like, people sabotage, I keep saying, let's come together and join this umbrella and fight this for all. So that all this intimidation will stop. So that all this stuff atrocity will stop. So that all this type of name that is happening to our land, all of them will stop once and for all. There's no anything that we are looking for. Rather for us to go back to the that thing that we have been before. There's a time that if people mention your name, who will follow it? And now they have used a bad name to cover our name. If you say anything about Biafra, they will say that you don't even mention it. Biafra, that's the people that are so that's not. This is the word and if try to cover origin. That's even knowing. I can hold them as now they can prove it to the world. Now, yeah. So, and this is what I'm trying to every one of you what you are doing for us. You must do it.
Thank you very much.
Every time stay inside the lion and God Almighty protecting you. I say may God protect you now and forever. And I sign off from here.
Yes,
May humble start man.
We must continue. Yes, a caller on the line. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Go ahead, please.
Good afternoon from China.
Yes, good morning from here, my brother.
May God bless you and protect you and present you to the end of time. And all IPOB all over the world, including our leaders, may God preserve them and protect everyone. And thank you for what you are doing to us. The message is getting to us. And I thank God we are waking up. I want to speak a few things this morning. First of all, my name is Anna Yoalawoke. I'm calling from China. I watch you many times when you bring up topic like this. You step into Yoruba churches because they have done more harm than good. I can attest to that. So what I want to say this morning is that if you are a Biafran and you are in Yoruba church, maybe every time you are listening to Radio Biafra, whenever our man they talk of Yoruba church and you get paranoid and you don't want to call to ask questions, I'm sorry for you. Maybe after listening to me this morning, if you do your own research and if you continue with your Yoruba church, anything that happened to you, your blood will be on your head. So what am I trying to say is that there are There are one video I used to see online, I think a year or two, a Yoruba man telling people that even his pastor in the church know that he is an Ogboni, he's an Ogboni occultic member. So I asked myself, for this man to say that even his pastor knew that he is an Ogboni member, means that his pastor also is also an Ogboni member. That is, I don't see that video again. Maybe they have removed it. What makes me to call this morning is that if you are living in Aba, or your relative or your friends are living in Aba and attend to a church, this church, I will call the name now, Evangelical Fellowship of Nigeria. I used to attend that church. If you have a relative or a friend that is attending that church between 1993 to 1998, just listen to what I want to say now. There is a crusade this church hosts. I attend that. I was in Aba during that time. There was a man that is one of the speakers of that crusade. This man is a Yoruba man. His name is Joshua Olatunde Baloko. This man mentioned, he said he's an occultic man before, but this man mentioned many secret society. I don't want to call it cult, because if I say cult, you will think that it's a student cult. This one is a secret society, and when all these secret society this man mentioned, none of them was formed by a Biafran. All is formed by Yoruba his people. All is formed by Yoruba his people, and most of the formers, most of the founders are those people that are trying to lead us to heaven. Is that a coincidence? So they are the ones he called. He said those the people that are into that one are the top educated ones. That the people that found that one are the British. Maybe is those called they used to tie the useless sick of Africa that the fools are celebrating, not us. The other ones like Ogboni and the last rest of them, any Biafran that is into Ogboni today, he is confused because Ogboni is a Yoruba name. Many names he called. I did not point anyone that he says is a Biafran that call it. All is his people. And most of them are the people that are leading us to God. So if you are a Biafran, you are still attending Yoruba church, ask yourself a question. Ask yourself a question. You are holding Biafra, and very soon this trend will move, and if it moves, whatever that happens, just take all that I call. If you have a relative, ask him, make inquiry, then you confirm by yourself. The people that going to that crusade, you just make a research and confirm by yourself. You know how to do. And if you call to ask questions, maybe to put what I'm trying to say now. Just consult in diaspora. I want to tell you that the reading Bible, I'm a Christian also. But what I want to tell is that Moses rejected Pharaoh throne and defend his people. Many people found that you are the president of the country you are residing, or the what do they call it? The mayor of the country you are residing. You are going hand to hand with him. You don't want to present a Biafra case to him. I want to tell you that very soon. The Pharaoh that Joseph knows will die very soon. And if that Pharaoh die, the mayor that knows you die, I wonder what will save you if not Biafra. So make hell where the sun shines. And for some of us also that are still romance and analyzing, maybe Biafra, so we know how to do. You are living in abroad. And very soon there will be a war for homophobia, because you recent xenophobia. You will think that it's only in South Africa. When that happens, if you don't want to do an IPOD, I will see what we send you. So thank you very much. Let me stop now. Thank you very much for accepting my comment. God preserve and protect you. In the name of God.
My brother. Yes, sir. Caller on WhatsApp. Thank you for holding on. Your name and where are you calling from?
My Lord, good morning, sir.
Good morning, brother.
Yeah. So for a long time, I've been trying to call you, but too much people on the line. But thank God today, you pick my call. May Chukwu Kiabiama bless you and bless your family. More especially your wife. May Chukwu Kiabiama bless your wife and the kids, who give you this opportunity to teach us all these things we doesn't know for a long time ago. My brother, my father, my daddy in the Lord, whatsoever I called you, you merit it. I say thank you once again. May Chukwu Kiabiama bless you, sir.
Sir, what I'm calling this morning is just a word to my fellow brothers in Nnewi. Please, sir, permit me. I don't have anything in mind with Nnewi people. I don't have, they are my blood brother. I love them so much. But in this struggle, I believe Nnewi people, they have, they own us a very big track to follow. Because this struggle started from Nnewi at the first time, but now we are not seeing them. Because if they come out, they will bring this Biafra to our step door. Nnewi people, everything we need in this Biafran struggle is in their hand, because all the whole billionaires in Biafra land is living in Nnewi. They come from Nnewi people. If any of them come out and support this Biafra for once, believe me, we are living. Because in that Nigeria we call zoo, the federal government of Nigeria fear the people that come out from Nnewi. If you watch out all the whole rich men in Biafra land, all of them come out from Nnewi land. I'm calling the fellow Nnewi brothers and sisters. Please, I'm begging you in the name of Chukwu Okike Abiyama, please support this Biafran struggle. Support this Biafran struggle so we can go tomorrow, today and tomorrow. Support this Biafran struggle for your benefit, for all the whole keys we have in Europe. I'm planning to come in Nigeria, but how can I come in a country whereby there's no security? Whereby there's no a word they say is a hate speech. But they forget when Buhari was alive, his first speech in Britain is how can he compensate 5%? 5% of people that did not vote for him. Is it not a hate speech? My fellow Biafrans, please, I'm begging you guys, Nnewi guys, please come out and support us. We need you guys. You cannot hide over this struggle. I'm begging you in the name of Chukwu Okike Abiyama, please, Mazi, if any person not Nnewi guy, please talk to him. Talk to him. Thank you, sir. May God bless you.
Thank you.
I'm Ohe Biafra.
Ohe Biafra. And hopefully this is where we draw the curtain for this morning segment. Biafrans, anywhere you are. If you no one use your head, you go use head pan. It's your choice. If you no one use your head, carry conke, you go use head pan. Either way, Biafra must come. I sign off from here. Don't forget, we are Biafrans and we don't apologize.
This one is stars of Biafra in Biafra land. We're gonna take some Buhari away from our back province. Legend Rasta, Baba Chums. I see you, Jenny.
See me, I come from Biafra. See me, I come from Biafra. I come from the land of the rising sun. Is the land of my birth. See me, I come from Biafra. Oh, I am from Biafra. Yeah, I'm proud of the land of the rising sun. Is the land of my birth.
I will never be frustrated. I will never run away.
Never run away.
I will always believe in the word the king and my father told me. Oh, my Biafra is a beautiful place, and it's so good for the people to live. No wonder people they are free, no pressure here to see. If you like, make you follow me, go. I'm gonna show you many things you will like, and so be inside the Biafra life.
See me, I come from Biafra. See me, I come from Biafra. I come from the land of the rising sun. Is the land of my birth. See me, I come from Biafra. Oh, I am from Biafra. Yeah, I'm proud of the land of the rising sun. Is the land of my birth.
Wanna go. Plenty things I see make me wanna go. No matter what the people say, no matter what they do. Biafra is my land full of good people. No matter what they do to bring us back. Forward ever, backward never. Let me hear you say freedom. Brother, let me hear you say freedom. Let me hear you say freedom. My sister, let me hear you say no, no. Freedom. Oh, yeah.
See me, I come from Biafra. See me, I come from Biafra. I come from the land of the rising sun. Is the land of my birth. See me, I come from Biafra. Oh, I am from Biafra. Yeah, I'm proud of the land of the rising sun. Is the land of my birth. Say, I'm the daughter of the Most High. We are the children of the Most High. They are planning for our downfall, but the Most High is on our side. Gone are the days of misery. Truly, right now we are seeing victory. Hey, all I see is freedom. No matter what they do, we are gonna be free. Hey, I'm proud to be a Biafran, baby. I'm not ashamed to be a Biafran, baby. See me, I come from Biafra. See me, I come from Biafra. I come from the land of the right.
my birth. See me, I come from Biafra.